بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد حدثنا عمر بن إسماعيل ابن مجالد ابن سعيد الحمداني حدثنا أبي عن بيان عن قيس بن أبي حازم عن جرير بن عبد الله رضي الله تعالى عنه قال أرثت بين يدي عمر بن الخطاب فألقى جرير رداءه ومشى في إزار فقال له خذ رداءك فقال عمر للقوم ما رأيت رجلا أحسن صورة من جرير إلا ما بلغنا من سورة يوسف عليه الصلاة والسلام. Riwayat is being narrated Jarir ibn Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, one of the Sahabi. He said, I was presented to Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Jarir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he removed his top garment and only into the bottom garment he started walking. So after that, Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said that now take your top one also. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu then remarked and he said that I have not seen any handsome and beautiful person like Jarir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, except what we have received from the narrations from the beauty of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. So he said, beside Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, I have not seen anybody as beautiful as Jarir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. This hadith sharif is very beautiful. Yesterday we were talking. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu is having inspection how you are physically. Will you be able to perform into the ibadat of courage and bravery? Ibadat is not only in masjid, that is what we were discussing yesterday. Ibadat into the direction of courage and bravery. And that is what Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu was checking. That's what we heard, that Jarir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu came, he removed his top garment and he started walking. So that is the observation going on. Your walk will suggest to the person like Umar. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu had not conquered half world for nothing. Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, I have narrated before, if you remember. I think Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala. He is young and Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu is old at that time. They are having competition that let's dive into the water. How long you can hold yourself and how long I can hold myself. And Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said that Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, I couldn't beat him. That Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu is checking on to Jarir. And Jarir radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he must be having very handsome figure from top to bottom. So he has removed his top garment and is walking. And Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu remarked that such a beautiful person I have not seen, except those narrations which we have received about Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. So he's making the exception of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, and he's saying that Jarir radiallahu ta'ala anhu is very handsome. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us tawfiq that we participate into the whole Islam. None of us are participating into the whole Islam. And yet we have claim and boasts that I am a very good Muslim. One of our Salaf who passed away now, 31st December 1999, Mufakkir Islam, Sayyid Abul Hasan Ali al-Nadwi rahmatullah alayh. May Allah elevate him to the highest rank of awliya al-Siddiqeen. When century was ending and he passed away, he said, and he used to say, that if you work onto the ibadat only, on salat, and whole ummah becomes performers of tahajjud, whole ummah, every male, every female, every individual, they never miss their tahajjud. Not 5 for a salat, none of them miss their tahajjud. You made whole ummah like that. But you neglected your collective responsibility. He said, time will come such that not tahajjud, you will not be even allowed to read your first salat. He said it 24 years ago. The environment is suggesting that now. All of us, we have neglected our collective responsibility. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as soon as he migrated to Medina Munawwara, and as soon as, Badr and Uhud and Khandaq and Ahzab, when he had now time to plan, then immediately he started planning for Al-Aqsa. Your Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam planned for Al-Aqsa. You and I have never ever planned for Al-Aqsa. Don't blame enemies only. Blame yourself more than you blame anybody else. Al-Aqsa, if you survey every Muslim's life, then you will come to conclude that Al-Aqsa is in total negligence into the life of this Muslim. Except those who had made up their mind that either we will be, if we will be alive, we will never forget the task of Al-Aqsa. Yeah, if we are dead, then we can't do anything. One of the two options they have adopted, nothing else. That's why, some people who has deep look onto our situation, onto the situations of Muslims, they say that, we think that they don't have freedom and we are free. But they have said that only Muslims of Palestine, they are free, and whole Muslim Ummah, they are not free. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq that we focus on to the cause of Al-Aqsa. And remember this, that if you have made whole ummah performers of tahajjud, not only 5 salats, very keen on their farais. No, everybody is performing tahajjud. But if they have neglected their collective responsibility, such time will come that they will not be allowed to, not for us only, their tahajjud will be in jeopardy. They will not be allowed. And this was said by this person 24 years ago. And now conditions are suggesting that. And people who were supposed to show more maturity and responsibility, they having musical concerts. They having events full of disobediences of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like nothing is happening. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us consciousness. Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he is checking onto that person. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not looking only onto our salat. Or you pay some charity, that ibadat you are doing. But when it comes to perform into the field of collective responsibility, what are you? Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's camera is reading that every Muslim is zero. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us courage, bravery, consciousness, sense of responsibility. Sense of responsibility is gone. And I am performing umrah after umrah, and no sense of responsibility. No collective obligation. What is happening there in Al-Ghazza? What will be happening into the Rawda of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? How he will be tossing and turning when every news is received by him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take us out from the hypocrites. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove this calamity from Al-Ghazza. And may Allah free Masjid al-Aqsa. Masjid al-Aqsa will be freed. Certainly it will be freed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has His own plans. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing us. Allah's camera is reading. How are we? What are we feeling? What do we know about Al-Aqsa? Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as soon as he became little free, then he started focusing onto Al-Aqsa. When he went to Tabuk, he had thought of it, that with Tabuk he can achieve the goal of Al-Aqsa. It was such a long journey, but he had never forgotten the mission of Al-Aqsa. And people who connect themselves that, oh, I am connected to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When it comes to Al-Aqsa, I am zero. And remember this. I just wanted to share this. Maulana Sayyid Abul Hasan Ali Nadwi rahmatullah alayhi said that you make everybody tahajjud performer, but they have not fulfilled their collective responsibility. Such time will come that you will be deprived from the first salat, not first salat. You will not be even allowed to read your tahajjud salat, which you are performing into the total privacy and isolation. And we are facing those dangers now. Oh Allah, connect us to that Ta'ifa Mansura, who will keep struggling till the day of Qiyamah in every walk of Islam with total courage and bravery. People will take them as fools, and they will be heroes into the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whole world will neglect them, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them nearness of Himself. If we look at their situation through the cameras of media, then we will be fooling ourselves. Oh Allah, give us some imani vision. What must be happening with them when they are departing from this world? What divine system will be welcoming, giving them reception? Angels will be paying tribute, and they will be, in a manner they will be received by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's system. Only they know, and Allah knows. Blind people like us cannot know, because we have blindfolded ourselves from the vision of Quran and Sunnah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring us back to Quran and Sunnah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-mateen, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawli, ya dhal jalali wal ikram. La ilaha illa ant, زهر اللاجئين وجار المستجيرين ومأمن الخائفين. يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء، فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء. وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا، واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير. فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين، وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا. فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين، فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فاقبضنا غير مفتونين، غير خزايا ولا ندامة ولا مفتونين. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب من يحبك وحب عمل يقربنا إلى حبك. اللهم ارزقنا حبك وحب حبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم هم أصلنا ووصلنا، وإليهم يحن قلوبنا وطال إليهم شوقنا، فاقبض إليهم أرواحنا. اللهم حرر المسجد الأقصى، اللهم حرر المسلمين المظلومين في فلسطين وفي غزة، وفي غزة العزة، وفي غزة الشهادة، وفي غزة القرآن، وفي غزة العزيمة، وفي غزة التوكل، وفي غزة التفويض، وفي غزة المنصورة. اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته.